Hey y'all, it's Alex. Welcome on in. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, that just means you are catching the replay. Y'all, check out what came today. Check out what came today. It's all the new stuff. It's all the brand new stuff. So let's open this up together, and then we're gonna craft with the club transfer, okay? So when you pop on, say hey and comment the word December, and I will send you all of the info. But y'all, check out this giant box. Oh my goodness, it has so much fun stuff in it. So let me pull this out and let's open it together. Hi guys, hello. So if you're just jumping on, y'all, we are opening up the box of all the brand new stuff that just came out yesterday. So do me a huge favor, hit the heart button, and I'm going to show y'all all of the new stuff, maybe, if I can keep my life together, y'all. I'm running out of space over here. Let me open up both of my drawers. There we go. Hi, hello, hi Melinda. All right, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, all of our new winter collection came out yesterday, and I already got all of the goodies. So let's dig in. Let me show y'all, of course, all the bubble wrap. Throw that over there. Woo, y'all. Okay, so first things first is check out this brand new cube surface. So this is a one-time use surface. It's a 5x5x5 cube. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Debbie. And it is whitewashed wood. Y'all, this is so stinking neat. So that's a brand new surface. Then let's jump in to the transfers. So we have the High. We have the Rise Up and Pray. We have the new XOXOXO. It's really just 4. This one says Happy Valentine's Day. Y'all, I'm like out of breath for some reason. Let Your Light Shine. Love that one. She Designed a Life She Loved. And if you're just popping on, we're going to do a craft here in a second. I just wanted to show y'all all the new fun stuff that came out. So this one says, what if it turned out better than you could have ever imagined? I love that one. Salt and pepper shakers. This one is called Retro Love, so you can stack this one. This one is called In This Room, so it says, in this room you matter. You are loved, you have a voice. You are respected and valued and important. You are so worthy. You are safe. Your feelings are valid, and kindness over everything. I love that one. Then this one is Bloom and Grow. Then the new tiered tray. That one is called Perfect Match. Then we have some candy hearts. Then we have some perfume bottles. And then we have this one called Fur Baby. Y'all, look how stinking cute that one is. Fur Baby. And then we have this one that says, I Need Wine. This was our most popular transfer that was sold yesterday. So those are all the size B's. And then we have our size C's. So this one is the drinks. Check that out. When y'all pop on, say hey, let me know that you're here. Hit that heart button. I am going to do a craft here in just a second. Then we have the Valentine one. Then we got a new set of wings. Lots of options for those. Then we have the liquor bottle one. So this one you could totally cut apart and use the different pieces. This one, I cannot wait to make a door hanger with this one that says Howdy. If y'all don't know, I went to Texas A&M. And Howdy is a big thing up there. This one is for the cube that I showed earlier. And I love that one, the Home Sweet Home. And then we've got the Pour Me Out with the coffee maker. Love that one. Then this one is another door hanger. Hi, Denise. Another door hanger. And then you can use the monogram letters to put your last name in there. And then last but not least is the monogram set. So this one you can put letters together to make a little personal monogram. I love that. And then it has a bunch of chalkable shapes. I'm not going to go through those, but y'all go check out everything that's on the website. It is awesome. Brand new stuff. I cannot wait to start crafting with all of this. All right, y'all ready to start crafting? hit that heart button. I'm going to do the club transfer tonight because I have not done it I haven't done it all month, which is like unheard of. Okay, so hit the heart button, comment the word December, and I will send you all of the info of what I'm using tonight. Okay, hold on. There we go. I got to get my live pulled up. Hi, guys. All right, so if you are new around here, the transfer of the month or the club transfer is called Make Today Awesome. I thought it was You Are Awesome. It says Make Today Awesome. So we're going to use part of these on some little door hangers that I put together for my niece. So when you comment the word December, it gives you all the info, and then we're going to use some of this. Y'all, I'm like out of breath over here. Hi, Miss Yvonne. All right, here we go. I know I blew through those transfers really fast, but let's go ahead and get started. So your set door hangers that I made these come in a set of 2. So we're going to do a white one and a pink one. So let's start with the pink one. And we're going to do like, because oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm going like a million miles a minute. Okay. I'm doing the pink one because my niece's room is like princess pink and white themed. So we're going to go with that, and we're going to do a little bit of gray in there. So we're going to use these 2 transfers with our project tonight. Hi, Sandra. All right, let's open these. So this one is not the club transfer. This one is part of an old release, but this one actually goes on our journal. But I think we're going to use the polka dots on that one. And then this one is the club transfer. Hi, guys. If you're hopping on in, say hello. Say hello. Oh, my goodness. Pull this out. There we go. All right. So I think we're going to do the polka dots on the bottom and the top. I think. Maybe just the bottom. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I'm going to take my transfer trimmers and let's cut this apart. I am definitely going to use this paint swatch pattern on the other one. And I've got some fun colors for you for that one. Okay, so I am just cutting my transfer only. I'm not cutting the backer. Okay, like so. And we're going to do this side. There we go. And we are going to fuzz. What else are you putting on it? We're going to do one of these positive sayings. So we're going to use one of these. Probably you look amazing. Because she always asks us how she looks. Not that she can read it, but we can tell her, right? All right, let's fuzz. And then we are going to wax our surface. So I'm adding a little bit of lint to the back of my transfer because it's a brand new transfer. Hi, Stephanie. And it's a little too sticky. So I'm going to fuzz it. But when I clean, all of that good stuff will come off, okay? And then let's add some surface wax, okay? So my surface wax is a little flaky, so what I like to do is heat it up just a smidge, like so. And let's get it back to a little bit of a softer form. And then I'm just going to buff this wax onto my surface. And I'm just going to put it all over. And I did use regular chalk paint to paint my door hanger. So this one is in Home Decor Chalk. And it's the Vintage Victorian. Alex, what can I use to make a distressed wax look? I went to Hobby Lobby and forgot to get the distress oxide. You can use the distress look. Ooh, I don't know. You can use paint. I'm not good with the paint, but you can use paint, probably water it down just a little bit. If someone else knows in here, please feel free to put it in the comments. All right, so we are going to take this. Let's put this on here, and then let's go ahead and let's do the You Look Amazing one. Sand it. Yeah, but I think she's wanting to add some color to it, Miss Donna. I don't think she wants the sanded look. I think she's wanting to add... Thank you, Cindy, for commenting the word December. I appreciate that. I think she's wanting like brown edges, kind of like how I did I'm creating a gingerbread man banner with jute twine, and I want the appearance of a darker edge. Yeah. So you can sand, but I would probably take some like brown acrylic paint and maybe just water it down a little bit. Or you can kind of faux stain it with the baby wipe and brown acrylic paint. I don't know, because I just use the Distress Oxide, you know? All right, so I think we're gonna do the You Look Amazing, and then we will do the polka dots up here. All right, so let's go ahead. Actually, let's center this. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna put this down. I'm gonna make sure it's white. Y'all, do me a huge favor, hit the heart button and comment. I am going to do a giveaway at the end. And the more that you comment, the more likely you are to win, because I just picked someone straight from the comments. All right. We're going to lay that down, and we're going to do this in gray. So this is the color Storm. And I'm thinking, y'all, we're going to do like an what's the word I'm looking for? An offset on the wording. So maybe we do like white on the background or gray on the background with white on top. Thank you, Miss Donna. I appreciate you. All right. Get this on here. I am going to extend the dots down. I've got way too much paste on there. And I'm going to show y'all how we can do that. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to pick up all that extra paste that's sitting on top. And let's lift. Looks good. Let's dry it. Am I ready for Santa? No way. That's okay, Miss Pauline. No need to be sorry. All right, let's dry this. And I'm going to try my absolute best to get this lined up onto my board. So I'm just using the dots that are already there to line it back up and lay it down. Nope. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Push down. Hi, Leona. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Lynette. I appreciate that. Sprinkling and commenting and hitting the heart button and just hanging out with me, y'all, helps me out so much. All right. So we got the bottom part here. Let's see if we can do one more up here, and then we'll clean it and we'll do the rest of the board, okay? So I'm just gonna do polka dots on the top and bottom, like so, just covering it up with the paste. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm running the risk of that paste drying inside my silk screen. And if that happens, my paste is not gonna wanna go all the way through. So you can clean. I recommend cleaning in between each use. See, isn't that cute? Yay, you received, yay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just put lights out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you just put your lights out? All right, let's get some water on here. Miss Nick, you can, oh, coffee grunge. Miss Leona, how do you do that? I have no idea how to do that. But yay, Miss Lynette, I'm so excited you like your mystery bag. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing those mystery bags, but I'm so glad you got one. All right, there we go. Let me wipe this up. And I'm just gonna take a baby wipe to it. I'm not gonna do that on the back. And I'm gonna dry off, oh my goodness, where did my paper towels go? On the floor. I'm gonna dry off that transfer, and because we're gonna use it again in here just 1 second. Okay, so get this dry. And I am gonna fuzz it because it's quite sticky after I clean it. Hi, Dee. Yay, I'm so glad you're loving your mystery bags. Y'all, I had so much stuff from moving that I didn't even realize I had, and I thought, let's do some mystery bags. because I figured y'all could use the stuff and I don't have room for it. I moved into a much smaller house, and so I don't have the room for it anymore. So it has to go. All right, so I'm using the dots down here to get this lined up. Push this down. I know, and I didn't want to throw it away. I mean, I had so much of it. And I thought, let me share with y'all. Let's get rid of it. Because I'm sure y'all can grab, I mean, it's a lot cheaper than going to the store, you know. Hi, Miss Shauna. All right, let's pull this up. Looks good. We're gonna dry, and then we're gonna do our last layer. Oh, for sure, Miss Lynette. Hi, Brandy. Hello, how are you? Miss Brandy, I don't think I've seen you before. Is this your first time watching? All right, let's line it back up. Y'all, I think I'm like a disaster tonight, more so than other nights, because I wasn't planning on showing y'all all the new stuff, and I decided that last minute, and I think it just kind of threw me off. Good, I'm glad you're doing good. All right, let's get this on here. And we're gonna do the offset method here in just a second with the wording down here, and I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by that. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome on in, Miss Brandy. I'm gonna try to get one more use. Dry, dry, dry. All right, last one, and then we will be done with this one. Okay, get that down, and let's push this through. Looks good. Peel it up. Ta-da, we are done with that. So I'm gonna throw this over here. I'm gonna spray some water on it, and I'll clean it after my live. But yes, welcome on in. Thank you for sprinkling. All right. Here is what we have so far. Okay, so we're using two different transfers tonight. We're using the club transfer, and then we are using this one that is called Good Things Start Here. So, all right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do the gray behind it. Just go with me on this one. We're gonna do the gray behind it. We're gonna dry it. We're gonna clean the transfer, and then we're gonna do white on top. Or we can do the color of the month. Should we do white or color of the month? I know. I'm making it for my niece, and I think she's gonna absolutely love it. I'm gonna make her two. All right, let's pull this up. Ooh, okay, so look what happened. Do y'all see how it looks like it's really patchy? That's because my paste is a little bit dry, or I put way too much wax on. It's probably a combination of the two. So, color of the month. She is 5. She just turned 5. Her birthday's 3 days before mine, so she just turned 5 last week. So, yeah, she's 5. I cannot believe it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean the transfer really quickly. This can be fixed. So if this happens to you, don't freak out. Don't think your project is completely messed up. You can fix it. You're going to want to clean your transfer. Okay, make sure it's nice and dry. Like so. And then make sure that this is dry. Color of the month, okay. We're gonna make sure that this is dry. I'm a little nervous that we're not gonna be able to see it, but we're gonna try it. But we need to make sure that this is completely dry. Okay. And then, ooh, I did not do a good job cleaning that transfer. Like, there's so much paste still stuck in there. Come on, Alex. There we go. Color of the month, okay. All right, here we go. Let me move that out of the way. We're gonna just line this right back on top, and we're gonna chalk it again in the gray. Just do your best to get it lined up, push down. And then I'm also going to spray in a little bit of distilled water into my jar, okay? Because sometimes when you get that patchy look, it can be because of too much wax or your paste is a little bit on the drier side, which I've had this jar for a while, so it's kind of on the drier side. So I'm just gonna use distilled water and I'm gonna mix that in like so. Okay, and let's go over it again in the Storm, which is the color, and let's see if we fixed our issue. Okay, and it's fixed, y'all. Check that out. Miss Brandy, I sell it. I sell the paste. All right, so move that out of the way. We're gonna clean this one more time. And I am going to clean this up. Let's wipe down our squeegee. Close up our Storm. Thank you. And then we're gonna clean our transfer one more time. Regular water. It's a lot easier to take your transfers to the sink. It gets them a lot cleaner than the way I'm doing it, or even on a bath mat. So we're gonna wipe this down, and then we're gonna dry it off. Thank you for the follow. Anytime you'll hit that follow button, that little thing behind me does move. Hi, Criselda. All right. Now, we've got to make sure that this is nice and dry, and then we are going to use our color of the month, okay? So if you don't know what color of the month is, each month Chalk comes out with like an exclusive color, and you can get it, or you can add it to your cart once your cart hits $75 before tax and shipping. But this has got to be completely dry, and y'all, we'll do the other one really, really quickly. I didn't think I was going to be on this long. All right. I think that's dry. That seems dry. All right, so the offset method. The way that I like to do this is I like to line it up onto the surface that's already chalked, okay? Now you can move it to the left, you can move it to the right, you can move it up, and you can move it down. But you don't want to do it too much or it's going to look funky. So I like to line it up and then just maybe move over a little bit to the right and a little bit down. And it's going to give us like a two-tone method. It's going to be really cool. Hi, Sandy. All right, let's use color of the month, which is a pretty champagne color. I'm a little worried that this is not going to show up, but we're going to just hope for the best, right? Just because our pink is already pretty light, but I'm thinking maybe with that gray background, it's going to look okay. All right, that is on there. I love it. That looks so stinking cool. So y'all see how you can see the gray behind it? What do y'all think? Do y'all like it? Oh my goodness, I love that. She is going to love that. I know, the offset is so cool. It's just, you wouldn't think that it's that easy. But literally, like, check that out. I love it. All right, let's do our next one. So these do come in a set of 2. It is in the featured link for you, or you can comment the word December, right? Comment the word December and then click on supply list. Click on supply list, and the links for everything that I'm using are in there. All right, let's wax. Okay, so I painted mine white. Now my white I did with acrylic paint, and it took me 3 coats of white. Yeah, I think so. I think so too, Miss Denise. So maybe Alex not use as much wax. So I'm just going to buff this on here. And then I'm going to actually heat it back up. I'm going to heat it back on its surface. And yeah, I tried that and it never turns out. Keep practicing, Sharon, because it took me a couple of tries. It took me more than a couple of tries to kind of really understand like how little I need to move it to get it. But just keep practicing. That's the great thing, is try it on a chalkboard so then you're not wasting a surface. You know, because on a chalkboard you can just rub it off. Clean it right off. All right. We are going to use this paintbrush little piece right here. I think that this is so pretty. And we are going to fuzz. We are going to fuzz. Thank you for your order, whoever ordered. I appreciate you. I saw your order come through. We're going to fuzz. And I think what we're going to do is, which one do y'all think we should use on this one? So Choose to Shine, You Are Enough, or Stay Golden. Which one do y'all think we should use? Hi, Lee. So I think we're going to kind of do the same thing. Is we're going to apply this pattern on here. We'll clean it. And then we'll do the one in the middle. What do y'all think? Which one? Stay Golden, Choose to Shine. Choose to Shine. Okay. Choose to Shine. We'll do that one. I'm going to give these both to her. She'll love them. She will think like they're the coolest thing. She loves anything that I make for her. You Are Enough. I love that one, Miss Katrina. That one spoke to me after the last few months I've had. So that one spoke to me. Shine changed my mind. All right, so we're gonna do Choose to Shine. Let's put this, where do you think we should put it? Maybe we should put it on the bottom. Should we put it on the bottom with the pattern above it? Hi, Robbie. Do y'all like that idea, or should we do it in the middle with the pattern on the top and bottom? While y'all are telling me, so either words on bottom or words in the middle, let me know. I'm gonna show y'all the colors. So we're gonna use Peony, which is this bright pink. Bottom, we're gonna use Peach Cobbler, which this one is leaving us. So if you don't have Peach Cobbler, go grab it. We have Rose Gold. And then we have Shimmer Gold. Middle, bottom. I think it's a tie right now. I think it's a tie. Let's see. I think I'm going to do it on the bottom just because we did this one in the middle. These hangers would be cute with a Do Not Disturb one. I know. I know. I'm going to do it on the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to do this little paintbrush pattern on top. So this thing, y'all, I've been dying to use this transfer just because I love this pattern, but I just haven't had, I just haven't had the chance to use it. I haven't thought of a good project to use it on, and I thought that will be really pretty. Okay, so let's, let me grab this squeegee. So I think I'm going to start with Peony. Okay, it's the bright pink, and I'm just going to pick it randomly. You could do a hot mess technique. You could do all sorts of stuff with this. You could just do it all in one color. But I think that this is going to be really pretty. I love the paste colors you picked. Now, I cannot take complete credit for the paste colors. I did have some inspiration from somebody else, but when I saw her use these colors together, I thought I've got to do that myself. Okay, so I pasted. I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to release that paste from the silkscreen transfer because it will dry in there. So all I'm doing is I'm just picking up the transfer wherever it's pasted to release the paste, and then I'm going to lay it back down, and I'm going to push down on the spots that I didn't paste. Okay? Hot mess. Yeah, you could totally do a hot mess technique, which means Like I could put all 4 of these colors onto the transfer and then just swirl it around, and it'll kind of give you a really cool little effect. Hi, Diane. We are making door hangers, these little signs that go on the knob of your door. We're using the club transfer and then one other transfer. All right, let's go in with Peach Cobbler. So Peach Cobbler is a bright orange. It's really, really pretty. So let's do Peach Cobbler here. Okay. Let's do Peach Cobbler here. And then we're going to connect this at the bottom here in just a second. Oh, and I did it right there. So we just got to do that. Okay. We did that. Let's peel it up. Boom. Boom. Y'all, this is going to be so pretty. I don't know. I'm thinking black for the words. That's what I'm thinking, to be honest with you. But I'm not completely sure. What color do you think we should use? Just because I think black will look pretty cool with these colors. All right. So next I'm going to go in with my shimmer gold. And let's do gold right here. Let's do gold right here. Like so. And then let's do gold right here. And right here. All right. We got that shimmer gold. And then I'm going to do the rose gold really quickly. Rose gold, darker gray. We'll have to see. We're going to have to see what it looks like once we have this pattern completely done. All right, so next I'm going in with rose gold. Y'all, this color is gorgeous. If you don't have this one, you need it. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. All right, up here. There we go. All right, looks good. Let's peel this up. Y'all, that's so pretty. OMG. Okay, let me put this over here. Let me show y'all. Hi, Donna. What do y'all think? That is so stinking cool. Hi, Pamela. I'm obsessed. I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's clean our transfer. And I'm just going to use regular water and a good old board eraser. What do y'all think of the color combo? I think some of that is going to brighten up, like the rose gold will brighten up as it dries. Thank you. Okay, we're going to clean the back. And then we're going to dry this. And then we're going to do the next set. And then we'll add the words and then we'll be done. Then we'll be done. But how fun would this be to like get a set of the door hangers? You could even make the door hangers out of something different. If you don't want the wood, where did my paper towels go? If you don't want the wood, you could use something else. But I like the wood. I think it's more sturdy. Brenda, will you tag? I will tag you when she, oh. All right. Let's get this dry. Looks good. I'm gonna just stick that on my shirt so I don't lose it. And let's make sure that this is nice and dry and then we will finish up, okay? Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I really appreciate y'all being so patient with me. But hit the heart button, comment the word December, and hang out till the end, and I will pick a winner from the comments to win a $5 coupon. All right, so I'm gonna see. Oh yeah, they connect. That is awesome. Or can we do it this way? No, that's gonna look funny. So these do connect, y'all. This is really neat. I wasn't quite sure if they were. So we're gonna just continue it right here. So I'm just matching up that line to the bottom of the paste that's already on there. That looks good. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out, I lied, shoot. Y'all, I need some tape. Here we go. I'm going to use just some painter's tape to tape off where my transfer is so I don't go past that line, okay? So I'm just going to use this painter's tape, line it up, and there we go. All right, let's finish this. So I am going to connect the two colors that are already here. Thanks for commenting, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. We are almost done, I promise. All right, so we're going to connect the 3 pieces that have the coordinating color. Okay. We're going to lift this up. This is cool. Lay that back down, push down, and then let's keep going. So let's do, I want to add a little bit more of that peach cobbler. I didn't think that that transfer was going to connect, so that's kind of cool to know that. Now. All right, we got peach cobbler here. Let's do this big one in peach cobbler. And then let's do this one right here in peach cobbler. Okay. Then let's grab rose gold. What is the surface? It's a door hanger. It's a door hanger that I made. Let's do rose gold right here and right here. Okay, y'all, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. All right, then let's do our gold really quickly, and then we're gonna be done with this part. Okay, so a little bit of gold. Now you could use whatever color scheme you wanted to. I just thought that these were fun little colors that I think my niece would like. Okay, get this on here. Whoops, I got a little bit of gold where I don't want it. That's okay. All right, let's lift this up. Ta-da! I love that. I love that so much. How do I get one? Miss Sandra, comment the word December, okay? Or it's in the featured link. So down here somewhere, there's like a little, I think it has a bunch of like boxes. If you go out of the live and come back in, there'll be a featured link when you pop on. Or you can comment the word December, right? And then when you get the message, click on supply list, then click on wood cutouts, and it's directly linked there. I know, y'all, look at that. Isn't that so cool? This color scheme would go great for like a teenager too. All right, let's get this dry. I love this pattern. I'm wondering, y'all, should we clean it one more? No. So what you could do is do the pattern on the entire surface and then just put this on top. That would look good too. I probably should have done that. I know. It does that because it's heavy. It's top heavy, so it flips over. Okay, so the $1 million question is, what color do we do the wording? What color do we do the wording? Thanks. Now, if y'all really like this and you want the wood cutouts and this transfer, I can't get you the club transfer. I'll do a little kit in my VIP group as soon as I hop off of here. So that way you're only paying one shipping price. What color? Gold, pink. I think pink would look good. Peach, the peach cobbler. I think any of these colors would look good. Let's just go with the pink. Now you could do the offset method with this too. I'm not going to because I've already been on here for a hot second, but you could totally do that if you wanted. Let's just do the pink. Now, if you absolutely didn't like the way the pink turned out, just clean your transfer, line it back up, and then just do a different color on top. And it'll cover it right up. Hi, Diane. It is a door hanger. I'll show you. So we did this one. Yeah, a shadow would look good. So we did this one. So we're doing this one here. So we were using the club transfer and then one more. It's so pretty. Okay. What do y'all think? Should we do an offset on the bottom? Kind of like what we did with this one, where it has the words have two colors. We could do that really quickly. That won't take us too long. I think the shadow would look pretty. What do y'all think? Or just leave it? Yes. Yes. Okay. Y'all are very quiet tonight. Super quiet. That's okay though. I understand. Yes to offset. All right, let's clean our transfer. If I can get it up. Front and back. You like it this way. So you could leave it that way, Miss Pamela. You could totally leave it that way. I think people just like to see the offset method done. Also, I also really like the offset method. I think it makes, oh my goodness, I'm just dropping everything. I think it makes it look a little bit more finished, in my opinion. Okay, let's dry. Now, the color to do on top. I think gold. Should we do gold on top? Or should we do black? So we need to get this nice and dry. What color should we do on top? Gold. Miss Lynette is saying gold. Gold, gold, gold. Okay. All right. So again, the way I do my offset is I'm going to fuzz because it's really sticky. The way I like to offset my stuff is I line it up onto the surface, trying to get it as much of it lined up as possible. Okay. So let me show you. That's what it looks like right now. Okay. So it's perfectly lined up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I just got to get it right. There we go. I'm going to move it a little bit to the right and down. I think we need a little bit more. Hold on. Going to the right and down. There we go. No, that's too much. It's a little bit harder when you have smaller, thinner letters. There we go. Okay, let's do that. We're going to push this down and let me show you. So do you see how there's a little bit of white in there? That's kind of what you want. You don't want a ton of white space when you're doing the offset method because it's going to kind of look funky if your letters don't connect, okay? So let's do gold. And here we go. Y'all, I need a new jar of gold. And if you're just popping on, say hey and comment the word December. We're finishing up here, but when you comment that keyword, it'll give you all the info about everything I'm using. And there's buttons in there that you can press and get more info on. Like if you want the door hangers, you can get that. If you want the transfer, you can get that. Okay. So just a little bit of pink is shining behind it. Hi, Laura. Let's dry it. And y'all, we're done. We are done. How did you do the patterns above? Just a brush? No, it's a transfer, Haley. Girl, you think I can do that with a brush? You crazy. It would look like a kindergartner did it if I did it. Okay, let's clean up and then I'm gonna pick a winner. Okay, so the way that you get entered is to hit the heart button. If you could so kindly sprinkle the video. Thank you. And make sure you hit the follow button. That little counter behind me does move. My goal is to get to 12,000 followers by the end of December. So we're about 60-ish away, less than 60, 57 people away. All right, so here is door hanger number 1. So this is the You Are Amazing. So this one, y'all, the transfer, I dropped everything. So this one came from this transfer, okay? So you can only get this one if you're a club member or a designer. And then the oh my goodness, paintbrush pattern came from a different transfer. You can comment the word December and click on supply list and it'll show you everything that I used. But here's door hanger number 1. Here's number 2. Which one is your favorite? Thank you, Miss Sandy. Yes, so to get entered, hit the heart button, sprinkle the video, and hang out and you need to comment because I'll pick someone from the comments. Which one is your favorite? I have a favorite. You're welcome. Number 1 or number 2? Miss D says number 2. Hi, Miss Sue. Choose. I like number 2. I personally like number 2, but I think my niece is going to love number 1 because it's pink. You like them both? Hi, Nancy. Hi, guys. Oh my goodness, y'all. I've got stuff all over my hands. Love the colors. Number 1. All right, here we go. We're going to pick a winner. Let me get my hands all cleaned up and let's refresh our page. And here we go. I did send out the coupon code for all the winners. Ooh, and y'all, make sure you're in my cutout group because there is a little something happening in there for y'all. So make sure you're in there. If you haven't seen it, go read the post. Thank you. Okay, here we go. And our winner is 1, 2, 3. Miss Pam Werberger. Miss Pam Werberger. I really hope I'm saying your name right. Miss Pamela Werberger, are you still here? I will be on tomorrow, y'all, but I'm going to be on in the morning. So we're going to do the snowflake door hanger that I had in my live sale on Friday or on Sunday. So we're going to do that tomorrow morning. I'll be on, let me get the link. I'll be on at 9:45. Yay, Miss Pamela. I'll be on at 9:45 Central Standard Time. Let me find the link for you. So if you're not in the cutout group, it's a free group. The VIP group is a free group too. I just kind of keep them separate because I just post all about the cutouts in this group. But let me put it in the comments. And there is the link to the group. So you can click on that and request to join. But y'all, I love these. They turned out, this one I'm obsessed with. This one turned out so stinking good. But I love them. Y'all, I put the link in the comments, Miss Sandy. But y'all go request to be in the group. I'll be on tomorrow morning and I hope you'll have a great rest of your night. Bye, guys.